right, Single at 40 podcast. Still here in Angeles City at the Dollhouse Bar, historic and iconic Dollhouse Bar. Our next guest is a repeat guest. We have Faith Lexi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, Faith's been up to some cool shit lately. She's got a channel out, Beautiful Contradictions.
Yes, yeah. My new YouTube channel now is Beautiful Contradictions.
So tell us how you got into that.
So I started on this platform called School. It's basically for teachers and students. So you go on the platform and you sign up and you find like schools, which are basically like communities that teach certain things. Some people have like the hobby like type of school, and then some do like professional stuff. So there's like a guy that teaches you how to win at video games, and he like made, I don't know if it was like 30,000 or 50,000 in revenue like this month or last month. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like you can monetize off of teaching something that you specialize in. So I joined this one group that called Synthesizers and went through like their roadmap, like their course classroom. And then after I went through the course, I decided to go ahead and like do something called the Rule of 300, which is basically 100 minutes of commenting on a platform, 100 minutes of outreach, like DMs, calls, and then 100 minutes of content creation. But I didn't have anything to create. So I spent like over a week like trying to think of, I was like picking apart like so many aspects of my life. Like, what do I make content on? And I just got to a point where I just like brain dumped and just kept writing all these random things. And it just like clicked one night. Like I was literally obsessed with these thoughts. Like I was like, what do I make? Like I feel like I'm cheating trying to spend so much time, like hours trying to spend time figuring it out. So it just clicked one day where it's like, wait, I like neuroscience. I like psychology, and I have like a different perspective on like spiritual stuff. So it's like, why not make something that would like probably like help people understand more about themselves that's helped me. And that's literally what it is because like I've tried so many different ways to understand myself more. And because I've been researching all of these things, it like just all came together. I'm like, wait, why don't I just talk about what I'm doing? Like what I'm currently like interested in. So it was very challenging at first because, you know, it goes back to like our initial episode where I was, you know, I still get camera shy. I still have social anxiety. So when I had to figure out if I would like how to deal with like being on camera, I just made everything like as frictionless as possible. So I decided, okay, I'll just keep wearing the same thing. I'm going to keep the background exactly the same. One iPhone here, one iPhone here. We're going to open up all the windows. We're going to film at 2-3 o'clock. And the lighting, like, and everything just like looks like amazing. I just turn on the lights and open all the windows. And it just made it so easy because I made that frictionless for myself. And then I was able to focus on bringing value to like whoever's watching. Like for like, if I was watching my own content, would I learn something from it? Would it just be like, I consume the content and move on, you know, which is fine. But that's the reason why at the end of my videos, I always like try to say like an experiment. I'm like, so, you know, try this. I literally tell people at the end of the video, I'm like, don't believe me. Like, just try it.
Just try it.
You like experiment and take action, and then you can find out that way. And then come back and let me know because I want to know if it worked for you because it's working for me, you know. And it ironically, like as I was making the videos, I realized that me doing this is really talking to a younger version of myself, like what I would have liked to hear so that I could understand myself better, especially because like these days the world has become so much more complex. Like everything that's happening today has never happened in human history. So just so you can try to get through this, because this is the most comfortable time to be alive, and it's like also the most insane time to be alive because of everything that's happening, even in the last like decade or so, you know. So that's what helped me, and I was just hoping it would help other people.
So I got to be honest with you. I came across the new channel. I was every evening after I eat dinner, I go walk my neighborhood to get a little bit of exercise and digest. And it popped up, right?
Yeah.
And I watched it, and like I literally binge watched every single video you had that night. And I think I started texting you, telling you like, this shit is awesome. Like, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. And I like the ones where you're talking about like how your mind thinks of fear and, you know,
Yeah.
because it is like very intriguing stuff, and like you're spot on with so much of it.
Yeah. I try to make it like digestible information, because it's, you know, because if I make it too long, like maybe someone will like, you know, they don't want to stay on the video, or they just want something where it's like, make this simple for me so I can understand it, you know. And that's what I try to bring it down to. It's just like, even in the beginning of the episodes, like I was using like, oh, well, it's this part of your brain and this part of your brain, but really it's like, either way, it's your brain. This is what it does. So it's like even with fear, like one of the things that I always try to remember for myself is like, fear and excitement are like the same thing. Like it triggers the same thing in our brain. So it's like, we could be about to give a presentation, or we could be about to go on a roller coaster, but you will get that same like reaction with the
Same
brain.
adrenaline,
Yeah.
right? No,
Yeah.
it's totally true.
Yeah.
And it comes down to how you perceive it and how you look at it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like some people might be fired up to give
Yeah.
the performance or the, you know, or they might be nervous, and it's the same freaking emotion.
Yeah.
You just got to understand it, right?
Yeah, that's what I try to point out. I just try to point out as many perspectives as possible, and then just bring it down to like, but here's what it comes down to, and this is what you could try, you know, and see if what I say is even true, you know.
No, I think you're onto something, and anytime you can create value for people, you're going to get an audience, and people are going to keep coming back, you know. And you can't help people who don't want to be helped, but I think people that want to be helped come across your stuff, they're going to keep coming back. I do have to admit, we're doing this podcast in a bar that's about to open, so there's a lot of background noise. We apologize. You know, all the workers are showing up. But anyways, back to Faith's channel. So it's getting a little loud in here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So how do you come across the different topics? You just
Oh gosh, so many things. I mean, I just think a lot in general, and I always have questions. There's always like a curiosity. So then I'm like, how does that work? And then I'm like, or like, so yeah, like they were just things that I felt. I was just like, what is this? What's going on in our heads with fear? You know, and the thing is, I know the information logically, and that's how I try to ground it for myself. Because it's like, I have the spiritual aspect that's just like, oh yeah, like I understand that part. And then I have like, okay, this part, the brain, like let's ground it into reality. But then like the body is currently where I'm at with trying to like even here, like before coming here, I was like nervous, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? And it's just like, oh, so you need more evidence, do you? You haven't learned yet, have you? And then there's the flip side of it, where it's just like, I can't be too hard on myself, because it's just like my brain's just trying to protect me. So it's just like, how can I not love what's trying to protect me? You know, so, and that's kind of like how I reframe like a lot of things for myself. I'm just like, I was even listening to my own videos before I came here, and I'm like, see, I know this logically. Like, so why is my brain like not believing me? Because I can feel it in the body that I'm still having anxiety. And it's like your nervous system still has to catch up, you know, and that's like the other part of it. So it's just like, you can know the information, but you have to constantly take action on the things that make you uncomfortable. So that way your brain has enough evidence to go like, oh, this is fine. We're good. We've put in enough reps, and we understand now, or we've habituated this now, or it's like we can do it without thinking, you know, because then it moves to like a different part of the brain at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you know us, we're all about positivity and positive mindset, and you're kind of getting deeper into what creates those mindsets. And at the end of the day, it's a choice, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't understand the way your brain works on making that choice,
yes,
that's where you come in.
Yes,
you know?
yes. Yeah, that's you know, and that's what I mean. It's just like all these different topics. Like one of the topics I'm probably going to touch on soon that I'm working on scripts this week is AI. Like that's one thing. And then I did like some recently on like helping people, it's like you think it's good, but then sometimes it's like it enables them to do things and they don't learn. And the thing is like, we have to be uncomfortable. Like our brain is trying to protect us, yes, but it's also trying to protect us from discomfort. And you don't grow unless you're uncomfortable. So it's it's one of those things where you have to constantly, I mean, if you want to continue to grow, you have to constantly put yourself in difficult situations. And there's even like a part of the brain that, it's like labeled as like willpower. And if you don't exercise that, which means like you have to do something where there's resistance, you have to do something where like you really don't want to do it. And if you do that, you are actually making that, it's neuroplasticity. So it actually makes that part of the brain like bigger, like literally it gets denser. So you're exercising it and it gets stronger, which is how people, they can, it's about grit. It's about tenacity.
Back to the reps.
Yeah.
Right?
And the thing is, when you're a disciplined person and you want to challenge yourself, and then you challenge yourself so much that it becomes habituated, because the habit is now a different part of the brain, you have to find something else to challenge you. And if you don't, that part of the brain will shrink. Instead of getting bigger, it'll shrink down, and that's what leads to like early stages of dementia, that leads to depression. And it's just like, that's why like even just like making a text or making an email will feel so heavy, because that part of the brain is like shrinking. So that's why it's like really stepping out of your comfort zone, doing the things that make you nervous, doing the things that you're scared of, because it's like fear doesn't have to be like a negative thing. It could be like, it's the brain saying, there's something's going to happen. Like, but we don't know, because the uncertainty is the uncomfortable part. So it's just like something's going to happen. So fear is not like something that stops you. It's actually a doorway for you to find out what's behind it.
No, it's totally true. And like you said, if you don't keep challenging your mind, like that area is going to shrink. And
Yeah.
I mean, I heard something recently. A guy was talking about on a podcast how hard it is to be positive and happy, because ancestrally your brain is to protect you and to look at fear and
it's not meant to make you happy.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what his point was. It's like your brain's not there to make you happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he actually said that in the podcast. It's like it's there to protect you. Mm-hmm. So like you got to work at making it happy, and you got to strive to be happy.
Yeah, and you have to find a balance too. It's like another thing I noticed with people is that, and it's probably just because there's just a plethora of information at this point, but they're like burning out, like they're trying to over optimize so much of their time in their day. And it's like everything that's happening now, we haven't had this much like information, and there's like so much misinformation. There's all this, information, but there's so much wisdom lacking, it's because you just get everything that people will say, and not necessarily everything that people say is true. But then if the internet gathers it, it thinks, this is the truth now. Just like our brains, it's the same thing. It's like, here's the evidence. This is the inputs I've gotten. So this must be it, and it's just really making sure that we do the things that we're uncomfortable with. So, and we do the things to like discipline ourselves, but also don't over optimize your time so much that you're not enjoying things. And sometimes like even things that you say no to, like sometimes it's a hard no. Like sometimes something that you used to do was you love to read and go hiking, but then now you have 2 kids and you can't really spend that time doing that. But then the exchange of it is you get something meaningful in return because you're spending time with your kids. So that's the part where like if you can understand that perspective and that kind of framework, then you can find the balance between being happy and then also like challenging yourself so that you continue to grow.
No, it's totally true. And you'll like this too. Another thing I heard on a podcast, they were talking about Alzheimer's and dementia, and the lady was referring to a study where it talks about relationships. And the study was, and they're kind of talking about like outside your significant other. They're saying basically if you have like a true friend or true friends in your life that challenge you, that you have hard conversations with, like they'll call you out on your bullshit. If you have long-term that in your life, you're less likely to have dementia because the way they make you think and challenge you.
Yes.
And I was blown away because I'd never heard that before. And, I've known a few people in my life that have dementia, and it's like, that's one way to avoid it is put people around you that challenge you. And
I feel like that's the importance of like community as well. Like that's the reason why when I started this on this platform school, it's like you can join a community, and if the people in there are questioning you or asking you, or you post something and then you admit something you're vulnerable with, and like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? And it's like you get all this feedback that, you know, you could choose to use or discard. But it's just like, if you might use some of it, you might find out something different. And that's like something I see often, especially in communities, especially on this platform, is like people write posts about how certain things that people said are just life changing because they had someone challenge them on a self-limiting belief, like something they just didn't think was possible. But like this person influenced them to make it possible. And now it's just like the doors are wide open and they just believe they can do anything. So they're just going for it.
Inspiration's the best gift you can give anybody.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I feel like that's what you guys do a lot too.
We try. We try.
You do.
So I love the name of the channel, Beautiful Contradictions, because it's exactly what your brain is, right?
Yes.
It's always contradicting itself.
Yes. The human paradox. Like, and that's the thing too, is just in my experience, that's what I've just been known as, is like a walking paradox, you know? So when I thought about it, I was just like, okay, I need to make, when I was making the channel or figuring out what to do for the channel, it's like, I need to make something for me that will make me want, like something I'm already doing, already interested in, already researching, and like continue on with that. So that's what made me go, okay, let me just do this because this is exactly how I feel. And then as I researched more, I was like, this is how everybody is. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I mean, it even goes back to the last time we did a podcast with you. I mean, authenticity is what pays off. And
Yeah.
you're being authentic and, you know, sharing your experience and your knowledge. So it's great. I'm going to try to push as many people as I can that I know that are negative or that are struggling to your page, because I think it helps some fucking people I know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That's what I want. If it actually like helps people. And I've gotten some, you know, I've gotten the haters, but I've also gotten some really nice YouTube comments where people are just like, please keep making videos like this. This really helped me. It's like, oh, I never thought of it that way before. And even the other day, somebody like timestamp at 1.02, listen to this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, wow.
They're dialed in then on the content, right?
Yeah, it's just
calling
like,
out a timestamp.
it's like,
It's awesome.
it's like I just started 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, as you know, and actually our first guest today, Dr. A from Dr. A's Condos, he was talking about if you don't have people hating you, you're not doing anything.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Oh my gosh, I remember my friends would tell me that. Like, I was just like, oh, I just have all these people that hate me. It's like, shh, I wish I had haters.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? It's, man, I want me some haters. Like, I'm just like, all right, guys, thanks. Thank you.
embrace that
Yeah.
shit for sure.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
So what's next?
Well, I started a school community for Beautiful Contradictions. So I'm doing that, and I want to try to figure out a way to help more people, like just funneling people into like, I don't know, some sort of like education, like for themselves. And I think what I'll probably do with my school is do like actionable steps. Like, you can consume this content all day, but if you want to take action, like join my school, and like I'll have some classrooms, you know, courses for you for free, you know, just so you can help yourself. Because I get it. Like, we're all going through it. It's like
definitely.
every one of us is figuring it out. Nobody has it figured out. Nobody knows what the future is going to bring. It's unpredictable. You can't plan for everything. You know, you just do the best you can. And, you know, even with you guys, like, that's what I love hanging out with you guys, is just, it's so embrace the present, you know, make it count. Like, we're here now, enjoy it now, because we don't know how long this is going to last.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's temporary. So it will change.
temporary.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's like discipline, consistency, like you said, are keys. And then once you have the discipline and the consistency, you're taking action.
Yeah. Yeah,
And that's the hardest thing for a lot of people, unfortunately. And that's what we try to promote a little bit, but you're taking it one step much farther than which is great. You know, like, that's why we love partnering up with you and sitting down talking about it. Because, you know, the stuff you're bringing to light is fucking informative, and understanding the brain is complicated, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like even with you guys, like, if you guys wanted to do a school community, like, I think that would be beneficial for you guys too, because like, you guys have the mindset, like, living in abundance is all, that's what it's all
You know,
about.
it's funny you say that. So that school website was created by a guy named Alex Ramosi.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
I love his content, and I listen to a lot of his business stuff, right? So when he first launched it, I signed up for an account and created one for Single 40, but I didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
I'll
I'm like,
help you out.
I was
I will
like,
help you
but
do
you
that.
just like living in abundance, and like,
Yeah.
I think you just figured it out for me, because I like created it, and then I'm like, well, we make bar films of partying. Like, how am I going to create a community off of this? Like, and This is 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know where we were going with the whole single at 40 thing, but I followed him and I was like, yeah, we should start this thing, more way to put out content. And then I was kind of like, how do I do with it? But,
Yeah. And I get that. It can be overwhelming. Like I've been zeroed in, like putting hours and hours of time into it. So I've learned
so
a lot.
how should we go for it? Like, which should our school be?
I think it should be living in abundance, because that's the core. Like single at 40 was just the cool name that you guys attached to it.
100%, yeah.
But it's all about living in abundance and the mindset. Like you guys, the hardest thing to find, I feel like, and this goes back to authenticity, is you guys actually live what you say. Like you don't just talk about it, you guys are being about it.
We try.
So it's like, and well, you guys are doing it. And I see the effect. May I make a side tangent here?
Go for it.
So it's just like I like made notes about this because I knew that I wanted to remember it, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna remember this. I'm so exhausted. So I'm just gonna start typing. So when we were at Avalon, I like wrote this.
Last night.
Yes, last night. Because last night was wild.
Fuck, it was.
Jeez. I like turned around and I was just like, do we know all these people?
No.
Nope. I was like, oh, so that thing you did where you called everybody out on YouTube and said, just come through, they showed up.
They showed up. They showed up.
And then of course he's just like, we should get more structured if we're gonna have more people. Like it's just like, bring it all in, guys. It's all love here. So I wrote about this because it was just like, I looked around and people were dancing on stage. They were sitting near the stage, and like I remember like some of the angels were like lined up in the catwalk, and they were just like smiling, like looking up at like the dancers. And there's girls on the table over there that were cheering. This is like from my vantage point watching everything. There were girls over there cheering, and they were like toasting, and like it's that, I always think of it as like the angels cheer, because it's just like so happy and so like hype, and it's just all these girls that like it's just like they feels like they're just yelling their heart out. And that's like, I heard that on that side. And then there's other people here that are just like chilling and like talking. I'm hanging out with you guys over here. And then there's people like near the stage that are like singing along to the lyrics, and then of course like all the filming. And you can just tell like the energy you guys bring is just, it's like unbelievable. There was a DJ that I used to love that would play in Vegas. His name was DJ Vice. And when he started, the energy of the entire room just like transformed. And last night when I was watching everything, I was like, this is crazy, because I never thought I'd see this energy again. And that's the kind of energy that you guys bring. And,
thank you.
And no,
it's awesome.
So it's like, and then I was hanging out with you guys and we were just like talking, but every time like someone's walking by, like, people will stop and like talk. So I just wanted to point out, because these were things that were told to me. Okay. Joey, love Joey, he was just like, man, my life has been 10 times better ever since I met you guys. That's his testimonial, right? And of course, you guys talk about in his podcast, like how much it changed and what happened with you guys, and what the trip, how it changed his life, and how he really learned. He really embodied the make it count that you guys.
It's his term.
Yeah, I know. I know. So he's like definitely the single at 40 living in abundance, like family,
Yeah.
like he embodies it. And then his name, the one with the watch.
Bernie?
Yes, Bernie. Thank you. So he like told me this story about like how he grew up poor, and like where he is in his life right now is like he feels so blessed because since he met you guys, and he was saying that like, money comes and goes, but the trust that he has with you guys is priceless. So it's like, even though his life is better because, you guys are helping him monetarily, and you guys have like, brought all these blessings like into his life, the thing that he values the most is the trust, and man, like the angels, like when I was sitting there, and the angels were just lined up over there, and they were just so cute with like their blue like jerseys.
Yeah.
So cute, but they're so hype. Like when they got up and they're just getting ready to like throw the money in the air from up here, and then they're like walking, and then they get the money, and while they get the money, they're like dancing and singing to like the music. They're so hype, like you can tell. And it's just, and even like the people around me, they're just like, where's the angels? Like, because they know that the angels really just bring up the energy, so you know, they go on from like dancing and singing. Oh, they go on stage and when we were at Avalon, and they're like dancing and everything, and then and they're singing along with the songs, and then the music changes and everybody else gets off stage and the angels remain, and then they go into a dance number. And I was just like, oh wow, it's like a TV show. Yeah, it's like this is a great, like, I love the show, you know. And then you hear Vaughn, and she's like on there, and she's just like hyping everybody up, and it's really nice, you know. Like it's really the aspect of how much of an impact you guys have made, like, on the people here. And I see it every time I hang out with you guys. I see it in everybody's faces. I feel it in their energy. Everyone's always happy and having a good time, even if they were like having a bad day. There's like even like some guys that came in, and I was like, oh, hey, how are you doing? It's just like, oh, I just got off work, so I'm here to just, you know, just chill. So it's just like, some people, like, yeah, they come to party, but some people are just like, I just want to be in this good energy. And I'm going to chill in that, you know? And then, like, for my personal story, you know, like, my dad met you before, you know, I did. And I don't know if you know this, Glenn, but my dad came home one day, and this is after, like, this is the year that my stepmom had passed away. So we have, like, all her stuff. And, you know, it's like, we're not going to use this stuff. What do you want to do with it? And it's just like, well, let's try to, like, sell it, you know? It's like we donated a lot, but it's just like there was so much clothes. So he would go over to Adrian's and, like, you know, go try to sell it, and Adrian was just helping him out. And then he comes home one day, and he's all like, there's this guy, he bought all the clothes that I had. He bought my whole bag of stuff, and he was just so happy, you know. And I was just like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, he's from Hawaii. And I was like, oh, cool, you know. And then fast forward to, like, you know, I think like a month or so later is when you guys, like, came back in. Like, you guys had come back, and that's when Adrian was just like, you should do a podcast. And then you were like, yeah, you should. You know, and that's kind of like what it came to be. But it's just like, even that, like, I met you through my dad, and I remember when he walked in the door that day, that was like the first time in a long time that I saw him, like, smile.
That's awesome. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
So yeah, no, Adrian had this bag of women's clothes, and he wanted to sell it to me.
Yes.
And I was sitting there with Adrian, and I want to help him out, but I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? Like, I'm obviously, you know, 200-pound male. None of this will fit me.
Yeah.
It's not really my style. And he's like, no, I'm selling it for a friend, like, trying to help him out. I was like, all right. I was like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
How much for the whole bag? And he told me, and I was like, take it across the street. There was 2 bars open. It was in the middle of the day, and there's 2 bars open. I'm like, give it to all the girls and see what they want. And he took it over there, and next thing you know, they're, you know, feeding frenzy. Everyone's grabbing the clothes. So at least it got put somewhere where it got put to use, right?
Well, it's like,
so.
It's like that guy that you helped, that's Adrian's friend. That's my dad.
Yeah, which I didn't know at the time. Like,
exactly.
And I'd met your dad before that through Adrian, you know, when they used to hang out in front of where we're sitting right now, actually. So yeah, no, it's a cool story.
I just want to share that with you guys.
Appreciate
you know, yeah.
Oh, awesome. So we'll end this on that note. I'm definitely going to get your thoughts on what we should do on that school format, because, like, I wanted to start one. I just didn't know where to go with it, but you kind of intrigued me to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night. Yeah. I had no idea. I didn't even know you knew about it.
Well, you know what's funny? Like, Glenn brought something up last night while we were sitting there talking before we were going out, and it's like, how long is this sustainable? Like, the actually party thing, right? And it's like, who knows, right? But we're not going to be 70 years old and doing this.
Yes.
I mean, maybe we will. I don't know. Can't predict the future. But the channel it is about partying, but it's more about, like you said, the mindset and living in abundance. And we want to take it that direction, but we're not going to, you know, change what we're doing at the present time because we enjoy it. But we do need to start taking steps towards that. And I think with your help, we can kind of get in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm excited.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Awesome to have you. Yeah. We'll do this again tomorrow night, party.
Yes.
So good to see you. Beautiful Contradictions. Check it out on YouTube. We'll put it in the description down when we post the podcast. And
appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Faith.
Yes. Always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.